Hey everybody, it's Julie. Thanks for joining me for this process video where we're doing some faith art journaling. Actually, not in our Bible today, but in the 100 Days of Bible Promises, which is a devotional journal available from Dayspring. And I will have this linked in the comments section, so check it out. I'm also using my Creative Retreats June Faith Art Box, and then a couple of Shimmerz products, which I just tried out and I love them. They're so much fun. This first one, it's Shimmerz Spray, and it's in the color Cotton Candy. Now, I really don't like cotton candy to eat, but to me, it represents a celebration and fun, and just something that means fun and lightheartedness. So I'm remembering that because all of my elements mean something here. And I started by just spritzing a doily and covering that whole thing and painting it. And then I dried that. Now this one is in the Vibes line from Shimmerz, and this one is called Don't Rain on My Parade. I love this deep, rich color, and it actually looks like it has some texture. You'll see that in the close-up shots, and it's this gray color. And I'm adding a little bit of pink over here. Now, as I'm focusing on the passage, which is John 16:33, and what the promise is for this particular day of day 45, the verse says, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. So that's the promise that God gives us. Hey, guys, we're going to have trouble. We have trouble, all kinds. Not only just problems here in this world every day, but we have the trouble of sin, the sin problem, and that Satan has control of this world. But Jesus has overcome the world, and he's overcome that sin problem by dying on the cross. And he's also overcome the problems that we face every day. So this gray spritzing that I did represents those problems of the world. And I'm using the two stamps. The words say world and trouble. And I'm just stamping those kind of randomly in a pattern, just a background pattern in this gray part. And so that represents the troubles of the world. Now, if you notice, it didn't bleed through. And I use an ink that typically does bleed through, but these pages are very thick. So you can use them how you want to. So I took a piece from the devotional backing from the June Faith Art Box, and I corner rounded the ends, and now you see how I trim the edge, and then I take that piece, flip it over, hold it in place, and cut that. And then that's how you can make a tag. Super easy. You could just rewind that if you want to see that again. It's so super easy. And now I took some of that Shimmerz paint, sprayed it on my block, and I'm just dredging the edge of my tag in that paint there, and that gives me a little edge on my tag just to make it so it's not so stark. Now I'm taking some of the stamps from the Faith Art Box from this kit, and I'm going to make on this tag, it's going to say, take heart, I have overcome the world. And this is Jesus's promise to us. And because Jesus has overcome, we also have overcome. So my title for this page is God Wins, because that is the victory. And that's why I'm focusing on the celebration. The cotton candy is the celebration. The celebration is that God wins here. So we've got that dark blot of sin, but then we can celebrate that God has won and he has overcome for us, and every day he overcomes in us. So that is just so exciting. That's such good news. So I stamped that, and I am using my VersaFine Black Onyx ink, which is my favorite stamp pad. I really do love it, but it does tend to bleed through in Bible pages, not necessarily here in this devotional book, because these pages are a lot thicker. And it is a permanent ink, so I love to use it because it doesn't smear. Now I'm using some of the alpha stickers from the June Faith Art Box, and I'll use some of the other stickers too. And I'm spelling out the word God wins with these little alpha tiles, and I'll just outline those. And that's the central message here, that God wins. Now I'm just going to figure out where I want to place my things here. I'm using my mono adhesive, my liquid glue, to stick this down because I can get in those nooks and crannies of the doily. I did cut it. You can see kind of a third, and then I'll place the other part over on the opposite page. I'm trying to figure out exactly where, but I end up doing it on the opposite page. Now the tag that comes from this black and white cute tag, I love that. I'm going to end up using that at the top of the page. So I'm just using a little grosgrain ribbon right now to staple up at the top. That's a very easy way to get some texture and fiber up on your ribbon. Just fold it in half and then staple it. Now where do I want to put this other piece? I'm going to end up using the same glue, liquid glue. This glue, it dries permanently. I love it, but it does dry sticky. So I'm going to come back in with my EK Success powder tool and get rid of any of the stickiness that comes out. That's what I'm doing here. Any of the stickiness that kind of pokes through those holes. You can use baby powder too. There is powder in the barrel of that tool. Now I'm adding a couple of these stickers that are from the toolbox from Illustrated Faith Print and Pray Shop that say Day 45 of Bible Promises, and I come in and I put some double-sided foam tape on the tag just to make it pop up a little bit from my page. Now I'm adding some of these wonky hearts and figure out where to place them. I love these hearts. Now I'm going to end up using a couple of different hearts on both pages, and then the little sticker that says Sisters, you'll see me play with that. And I do come back in and add the one that says Brothers. You won't see that here in the video. And the reason why, up in the top left-hand screen right now, you can see the Sisters is pink. That color matches. But Brothers, at first I didn't think it matched, just the color scheme. But I realized, hey, I can't alienate my brothers. So I add that too. And I do have that little blue spot in the bottom right part of my tag. So I do come back in and add that. You'll see where I put the Sisters tag in just a minute. I add my brothers as well underneath it, but you will not see that, but I just wanted to tell you. And I also add the sticker from the toolbox, the Illustrated Faith Print and Pray. Here's the Sisters sticker. Trying to figure out where to put that. It's a very simple page, and that's what I love about this devotional journal. It's an alternative to Bible journaling, and some people don't feel real comfortable journaling in their Bible. So this is a great place where you can do some journaling. It gives you a little bit of freedom. Also, just to kind of play around and do some methods. I was a little afraid to use these spritzes, the Shimmerz products in my Bible at first. So that's why I use them here. But Bible journaling, faith art journaling, just journal. Get your heart out on the page and spend some time worshiping God creatively, and that's what it's about. So here are some of the close-ups and the page. I hope this video inspired you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section. Give this video a thumbs up, and check out the blog posts that I have linked. Please share this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much, and God bless. Bye-bye.